Welcome back to class, guys. Today we're going to be talking about how coral reefs turn into limestone. So the title of this lesson is Rocks from Reefs. In the picture, you see a coral reef, a healthy coral reef. There are many different types of coral and many different types of fish living there. They are very important environments. But what is coral? Coral are tiny animals. They're cousins of jellyfish. Just like jellyfish, they have tentacles, like you see in the picture. Coral use tentacles to catch microorganisms in the water for food. Coral live together in really big groups, millions of them. Inside coral, there is tiny algae. The tiny algae are tiny plants that carry out photosynthesis. The coral need the algae to make food for them. The algae needs sunlight to make food. So, coral needs sunlight. This is why coral can't grow below about 40 meters in the water, because there is no sunlight there. In the picture, you can see the algae inside the coral's tentacles. How a coral reef forms? Coral reefs are made of, well, rock. What kind of rock? Well, coral makes its skeleton from calcium in the water. It combines calcium with carbon and oxygen to make calcite, which is a mineral. When the coral dies, the skeleton is left behind. On the right-hand side, you can see 3 different types of coral skeleton. They come in many different shapes and sizes. The new coral builds on top of old skeletons, and after many years, you get a coral reef. Coral can't grow in cold water. It needs warm, shallow tropical water. So mostly coral will grow around islands and around the eastern coasts of continents. This is because the water there is shallow. Coral generally grows outward into the open ocean, so to the right in the picture. And if the sea level rises, or if the sea floor sinks, the coral can grow up. A coral reef is essentially made of organic limestone. Limestone from coral reefs can tell us many things. For example, how Earth's surface has changed, and it can tell us about past environments. So when did the old reefs grow? So limestone from coral reefs has been forming for more than 400 million years. The rocks we see on land were exposed when shallow seas covering continents retreated. What can geologists learn from limestone from coral reefs? Well, if there are fossils or coral in the limestone, we know that this limestone formed in warm, shallow seas because that's the only place that coral can grow. Why? Because coral needs light for its algae, so it needs to be in shallow water, and coral can't grow in cold water, so the water has to be warm. Okay, it's a short lesson this time, guys. I've sent you some questions. Please do them for homework. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.